winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers as they'll square off against Tom Brady and the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
Tom Brady heading out, the recent birthday boy, though I guess we really can't call him a boy anymore.
but he does continue to play football with boyish enthusiasm.
There you go. Well said. He turned 42, though, back on August 2nd. Charles, you probably got some pretty good birthday gifts over the years, ties, cufflinks. Well, if you're Tom Brady, it's a little better. How about this for a birthday gift? 2-year contract extension on August 4th worth $70 million.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good birthday gift.
Not bad.
And for him, well earned. And for New England, an absolute bargain getting him to $70 million. Remember, he said a couple years ago he wanted to play till he was 45 years old. We've seen no drop-off in his play. Won another Super Bowl last year. Yeah, I'd say he's well worth that investment.
Also, Charles, he and his wife recently listed their house for a cool $39 million, if you're in the market.
Yeah, the best part is he told the fans, don't read anything into it, because obviously they live in the area where the Patriots play, and everybody's like, they're selling the house. What does that mean for Tom Brady? He's like, I'm selling the house. That's it. Don't worry about it.
Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script. If they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Brady's throw there complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers, with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Brady now to throw. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brady. That's caught right side by Anderson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. Brady now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Come on. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Far down. Stand up in.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Boswell's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Patriots ready to go on their next drive, and it'll be another interesting season for the Super Bowl champs. You look at the pass catching for this offense, Charles. It's a unit somewhat in flux, but there are signs of optimism coming out of Patriots camp.
Yeah, just think about it. You mentioned in flux, right? Okay, that means no Gronk, but they did. Spend a #1 pick on wide receiver N'Keal Harry out of Arizona State. They love his range and his catch radius. But how about this guy's been turning some heads in camp? A rookie out of NC State, undrafted even though he was high on a lot of people's lists. Jacoby Myers, another big body, strong receiver who's been making plays for Tom Brady.
Yeah, he announced his presence in a big way preseason game #1 with 2 touchdown catches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him. There he goes, left side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed postmark?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now pass here caught by Edelman. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Brady now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. To throw, it's Brady. His throw incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, but it'll be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady over the middle. Julian Edelman. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On third down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Throwing now is Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work...
And Michel will find his way in for a Patriots touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Football going over to the Pittsburgh Steelers here. And you think about 2019 coming up. The Killer Bees, it's now just down to the Killer Bees, singular, because you got Le'Veon Bell, he's in New York, Antonio Brown in Oakland, and Ben Roethlisberger, he's the one that's left, Charles.
I keep hearing from my scouts around the league that Ben Roethlisberger's having a heck of a camp. It's a lot quieter in Pittsburgh, as you might imagine, right? A lot of the hubbub has died down, but he's playing well. And we saw last year James Conner filled in quite capably, went to the Pro Bowl in Le'Veon Bell's stead. And Juju Smith-Schuster, he was the number 2 receiver for Pittsburgh last year. Now he has to become the number 1 with Antonio Brown in Oakland. We'll see how he handles that, but the talent is there. And I love Jalen Samuels, a hybrid-type player out of the backfield in the slot. Dante Moncrief and James Washington have to make the biggest jumps out on the perimeter in order for Pittsburgh to still operate as they have on offense.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether... Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, and you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That throw by Brady incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that... You're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call. Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Brady going to throw, and he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. His big game continues. 10 catches now, and another first down. Brady now on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Michel looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. Throwing is Brady on third down. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Thomas, the 9-year vet. Of course, all those great seasons with Denver. 5 straight 1,000-yard campaigns in Denver. Dealt to Houston at the trade deadline last year and now trying to work his way back off an Achilles tear. And if healthy, he can certainly be a big asset for Tom Brady. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves crease.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year?
It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Brady at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Defense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray 1st, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray.
Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dante Moncrief, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his Guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
Julian Edelman and the rest of the offense back onto the field now. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Brady now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Brady's throw there incomplete. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And Edelman got a big game going. That's complete again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Brady again. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson there to make the grab. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading back out there, Jalen Samuels. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. there could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brady now to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Well, we got a second. We remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off at Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it. Twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Not today, you are. Not today. Rip.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there's a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, 28 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And they had a little hang time on it. So what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy. Because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There's some trust in there. There's also some hope.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, 3rd down here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And that's complete. It's Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Hey, Marvin right now just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Brady to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Edelman was the intended target. Earlier we mentioned the Madden Classic Championship. We also want to remind you that registration is underway for the opportunity to represent your favorite NFL club in the Madden NFL Club Championship. 32 of the best Madden competitors in the world will face off in the Club Championship final live from the EA Broadcast Center in December. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, and now it's 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On second down, Michel. And Michel will find his way in for a Patriots touchdown. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls. Check it, reload.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Now, I don't know many coaches that would have the guts, the nerve to do this in the Super Bowl, but they did it, and it paid off.
Well, if you were a head coach, you would have done it. I know you. You have that type of nerve, similar to Sean Payton in Super Bowl 44 in New Orleans when he did against Indianapolis.
That's exactly right. By the way, I definitely would not have kicked. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
He's got a man, complete. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Roethlisberger.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
And they'll take a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be... Be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Going deep, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dante Moncrief with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out come the Patriots. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. That throw by Brady, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Brady, and he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And now running right through it. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch a slant.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there?
It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Well, that's good. That's
now
good.
a play fake. Brady.
I don't have that menu.
What's
up, everybody? This is Logan, bro. Coming out of you, power of the internet. Streaming live from
just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another
Listen,
strong gain on the
dude.
last 2
Keep
plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Edelman got a big game going. That's complete again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
It was already there. It's been there the whole time. You just moved.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 19 yards away.
Oh, dude. I'm kind of pissed
just a bit to this sizable deficit.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Again, it's Brady.
Yeah, that's good.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2.
Yeah.
Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Just text me your number, and, well, hold on. And I'll send you one of my videos, and then you can subscribe to me.
Well, you can edit this out.
Yeah, I can do all that. I need a problem. 615? $473 $1171.
1171.
Yep. Alright, I got you. Let me, my channel. Let me, let's see. I'll send you one of my grandmother. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Share. Message. Oh shit. Conversation? There we go. Done. 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 There you go. That's my YouTube channel.
There we go.
And then I'll subscribe to you. Oh, well, it's live right now. Oh, it's playing.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. That'll go as a loss of 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Samuels. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for 2nd down.
Okay.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it will be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz,
it goes complete. 30, 10, 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, an even 90 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route, or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Took it back against Club. I'm about to burn now. I don't know.
Come on now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
So it's like, you know. And then they're like, oh, you're stupid.
And now here's another interception. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I got 65 photos on that.
For Edelman there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount.
I got Pikachu right there.
I got you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I got Mario Kart, and then I got Sonic Kart, too.
Had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Oh, I love it on the Wii. And then down there, I got Super Mario 1 through 3, Lost World. I have Yoshi. I have Donkey Kong.
They love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it.
And then I got Super Mario on the freaking Wii too.
And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
I went,
now Roethlisberger, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And that
I went
is
from
going
like
to be
slim
incomplete. Mike
to the
Tomlin
original to the
takes
slim,
a shot
now
here,
I'm
but
at the
to
pro.
no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And he coughed it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I got mad, and I took it outside, and I broke it.
Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
My PS3, my friend Darren works at Walmart. He left it on for like 5 days, stopped telling me. And I try to play, because I have all the Resident Evil, like 0 all the way up from PlayStation, but I have it on the PS3.
Call it no gain on the run there, and
they're digital. And I went to go play them, and it froze.
And a chance of wasting this great starting field position.
So I was like, what the hell? And I had looked at it, and they said that it was messed up. They had the blue depth, or whatever it's called, for PlayStation. And he wouldn't pay for it, so I took it.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape,
same day
like a lot of what they saw, they put big numbers.
PS4 works though.
Through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches.
I had 2 Xbox 360s. I had the black disc and the white. I gave him the white.
The night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The offense now at the line, ready for their
next
drive. And the turnover last time has sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Yeah, I sold my black one. I sold it like 2 days ago. And the white one I just gave them like yesterday.
They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
But where they came out with the disc lift, Xbox One, I got the deal where
a great job there, Charles. Just to
I
hold
paid
on
$14 and got 3 months
that's the risk you take catching the ball
goal
in the middle of the
and
field.
game
It
time.
is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play,
so that's why most of
stepping
I
out
play
from the
Xbox.
middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Because I hadn't figured out how to put
And my goodness, another interception.
how to put Twitch on Xbox.
The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it.
I don't know if
he was trying to hit Thomas that time.
I know PlayStation, you have YouTube and
you have YouTube and Twitch that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it.
But on there,
it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah,
but since Ninja went to Mixer, it's like a thing now.
I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
So now I'm actually getting people watching me.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know if that last play was going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays.
They don't help you.
And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get
really
to the bad ones and really
Mixer actually tries.
Not cool.
But Twitch,
An
they
incomplete
don't
pass
know.
on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Going deep from and the defense loses
Amazon
it. It's
Prime and Twitch
complete.
came together.
And he'll go out of
And at
bounds
first, when it first
inside the
happened,
15-yard line.
like, if you didn't have Amazon Prime, then you could still watch the videos, you just couldn't talk. But now they got it where both people can do it together.
The other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Yeah.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I have zero rooting interest in either team
in
this game.
Service,
Only a good game.
well, we were paying for Amazon out of pocket, but now
it's kind of nice to see the defense
my service ends on September something with Prime, but my phone service actually gives you Prime since I have 2 phones.
Short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense is
realistically, like, Prime ain't really that good. That's if you're buying something. Realistically.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington.
Because we have cable like in there, and everything Prime has, you got. And here, I just got internet. I watch Hulu, Netflix.
They took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Back, every time, and touchdown every time.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more...
You're actually better than he is.
And what I mean by that is,
you're
just
like
what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the
I would
half,
say I'm
not
pro.
too emotional.
You're like all
you might
Madden.
need to go to the emotional
He's
side
pro.
because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far,
no,
just being calm doesn't exactly work.
They need any spark at this point.
I'm just
so for 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
When I used to live stream before I sold my my gaming channel,
throwing again.
I was doing it on PlayStation 3.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Black Ops 2, oh god, that was...
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow
I really wish that they, like, the story was longer than it was, you know, on World War II. You know, I really wish it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, the story was good, but I think it's kind of sad dude got, like, taken, but you did find him, but it was like... It just... Huh?
Here's Brady to throw.
Oh, you never played it?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Oh, dude, perfect. Really good.
On 1st down.
And
this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right. Now
through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
99 yards.
James Washington with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight.
I broke records for them.
His guys continue to put this one out of reach. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call?
Like, we didn't even finish
when you're
the
backed up that
Titans.
close to your goal
He
line,
stopped
usually
it
you're just trying to run some type of a
before.
wedge play, a quarterback
didn't even
sneak,
finish
a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And now here is another interception.
I don't know. I gotta call Bill. Tell him, like, what are you doing? Tom needs to be benched. Actually, I am gonna bench him. That just pissed me off. I can't believe
after this, I'm gonna put Mason Rudolph in. Start him a little bit.
That is awful. Like, I cannot believe that I just had to substitute Don.
Yeah, I'm about to put the big boy in. Oh man, I'm gonna put Dobbs in. Okay, I accept that. In franchise, Rudolph is higher, but I'm gonna put Dobbs in.
I can't believe that, dude. Like,
That boy's knocked out.
yeah, he'll wake up.
Not at all. We should be fine. I just changed receivers and I got Dobbs in.
He's small.
He's fast.
Yeah, he looks fast.
He played for Tennessee Balls too.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
What the fuck? Like, seriously?
After the sack.
I mean, I don't understand. Like,
from the other side
they fumbled it. He just, like, what was that?
1 quarter remains
like,
here
what the
in
fuck?
the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Like, shit like that pisses me off. Like, he came so close. He could have grabbed the damn ball.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell, 46 yards.
Oh, really got it.
As his guys continue to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I know. I've never substituted him before.
Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time, one play interception. Like, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Hoyer, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Connor, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. direction. It's Dobbs. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find
also PC
anywhere to
too.
go with it.
I do that too.
And he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
You know why I said out? I took Tom Brady out. You believe that?
Boy,
you believe
no
that?
Chance as he was met
I did.
and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position.
I have
They'll get
iPhones.
this one all
There's
the way
some
up
nonsense.
to
I have a
about the
7 Plus,
35-yard line.
and I have 2 iPhone 6s.
Out comes the New England offense to see
My
what they
issue
can do
is
this time.
one of my
And on that
6s.
last drive, went for
I bought
on
it.
4th,
I bought
turned
it straight
over.
out. Okay.
Good job by their defense,
And
so they held them
we
to 3.
had,
But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more
We
careful.
went to
And sometimes when you see these
Boost.
calls on 4th down, when they decide
Because
to go
Boost,
for it, it's not
first
necessarily
I had T-Mobile,
the coach saying,
and I was
believe
paying
in
like
my
300 and
offense.
like 40
Sometimes
bucks.
the coach saying, I believe in my defense.
But it was
I can
3
afford
phones.
to go
Well,
for it
actually
here,
it was 6
because if
phones.
we
My
don't
grandma
get it,
broke like 3
I don't
of
think we'll
them.
give up more than 3, and that's
And
exactly what happened there.
so I used the insurance.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going
So,
into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on
Boost bought
offense
me out.
because I know I've got a defense that can hold up
And
Now, meanwhile, a pass
so
that should
they're
have
like
been
$100,
intercepted, but it winds up falling
and
incomplete.
I had they gave me a phone actually. Like they gave me phones.
And it's 3rd down.
So I paid $100. They gave me two free phones.
Following the
Yeah, he talks in his sleep. He talks, farts, everything.
complete pass.
So, me and my wife had an argument. And
It'll have his man. That's Edelman.
I took my phone.
He stopped right at
And I
midfield. That goes as
So I
a
was
gain
like,
of
all right.
11
So
and a
I
Patriot
went and
first
bought an
down.
iPhone. Straight out.
But give the defensive guys a little bit
And
of
it was
credit.
unlocked.
They didn't let the
Back
deep
in
ball
lock.
beat them on that
Straight
play,
out.
did
No,
they?
no service fault in
That
nothing.
can be your safety
So I took it
valve
up there,
right
the
there.
boost.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down.
And I was like, all right, I want
Here's a
to.
first down throw that's complete. And I think the
How
ball's
did I
out.
fumble
And
it
it's picked up
again?
by the Steelers.
So I was like, I want to put my chip in this phone for it to work. Is it okay?
This time it's succinct.
Now,
It simply
hear
has
me out
not been
here.
their night.
No,
They never told me
kind of indicative of how this whole
if I
evening's
put
gone, isn't
that
it?
chip,
Without a
that
doubt. I mean, they've
Sprint,
tried,
because
but
Boost
nothing
is
has
Sprint.
ever really taken throughout the game.
Now, they never
That's why
told me
they're
that if I
so
put
big.
that Sprint
A
chip in
first
my
down
phone,
run, good for
it will
about
be locked to
3,
Sprint
2nd and 7
for a
coming
year.
up. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
They never told me that. Oh, you're good?
Yeah, my phone takes me.
Here's Snell yet again. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
So I had Boost
Down he
for 6
goes,
months.
folded like
Now,
a
keyword,
lawn
I didn't know my
It's
phone
a
was going to be
loss
locked
of
for a
2,
year.
now 3rd down.
Or I pay 6 more months. So, T-Mobile
3rd down.
contacted me,
Looking for Johnson, and
and they said,
Devin McCourty picks it off.
okay, I'll give you a better deal. Come back to us, and we will give you
that time.
2 phones
Timing is
for
everything on a route like this. He tried to
$90.
drive that football into a tight
So I
spot.
said, okay.
And if you're a little early or a little late,
So
chances
that's
are there's
$90
going to be
for tax
someone
and all.
there.
So I
And
was
sure
like,
enough, this one's
because I was
going
paying
the other way.
120 with Boost. I was like, okay. So they gave us 2 Boost. T-Mobile gave us 2 new phones again. All right, and then I tried to use my iPhone,
And he'll be brought down inside the
it
20
said
at
it
the
was
19.
locked.
7
And I was
yards
like, what
to
the
pick up on the
fuck?
pitch and
So I
catch.
called Apple, and
Able to
Apple
get
said
7 on
that
that
the
first down
phone is
pass
paid
play.
off
2nd and
and
3.
it's unlocked. Well, T-Mobile said, Boost said, that phone is locked for 6 months.
And he gets it inside the 10
Like,
to the 9.
basically for
It's
a
first
year,
down on a gain of 10.
or
I think that's a big pickup for a first down.
I paid 6 months of a bill.
When you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown.
I took that phone. I refused to pay, 6 months.
And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner.
Because Boost is charging me 120.
Cosmetics.
So you take 120 times 6 is basically another iPhone 7 Plus or iPhone 8 Plus.
Like the lipstick a heck of a lot,
it wouldn't work.
You do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try, and able to convert it, Charles.
The other iPhone 6, I have a 64 gig in the pawn shop. And then my other 7 Plus is in the pawn shop. I just pay on them because I haven't got them out.
But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice.
I never have extra money to get them out yet.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Shotgun handoff to Samuels.
But my story behind that was don't ever go to sprint. Like,
they'll get 3 as the drive continues.
Especially if you do, don't bring no phones in.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You're not.
They run with Connor.
Because I don't care.
Yeah, give him 4
they will lock your phones, and you can take them to court, but it's in their contract, but it's in small print, you know, and it's a lot of bullshit.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll be taken
Apple's
down,
try to help me unlock it, but it's locked to the tower.
Gain of 13, it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there.
I said I would never go back to
this drive. Let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on 1st down. Connor weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
I think I'm going to title this
Connor, 48 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And in
I don't think have they ever went into the 100 in real NFL?
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there
because you hit me with the hit stick, so you don't.
You get a tight end like this, and
no,
you know
that's why I'll fumble every time.
But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say, I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now this is going to depend on the spot.
What? What?
And they say he's just short. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
You got Game Pass and all that, or no? I mean, well, when I don't play Resident Evil, I play Friday the 13th a lot, and then I play what? I guess I didn't get it.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay
Hunter
off.
Call of the Wild.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself.
It's like the most realistic hunting.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
All the Gears of War on there, their own game pass.
I just
don't play them either. There's like 220 games on there.
Dobbs. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to get him down.
Mudrunner, American Law Win or whatever it is.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
I mean, he got boring at first.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
Oh, I do play Metro Exodus, though.
Continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Boswell.
I forgot about
that. And that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just
Metro Exodus is like...
And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, Metro Exodus is like the newest one. So it's like, it's just like Fallout. But better.
Julian Edelman and the rest of the offense back onto the field now. 2 touchdowns to his credit so
I'm not really
Charles, I'm curious, do these wide receivers, what they go in with each week? Is it different week to week for the goals that they personally set for themselves, do you think?
I doubt that it's different from week to week. Maybe.
Are you all right? What are you doing? Well, I thought I heard you yell. Oh, what's Poo Poo doing? Is he still in bed? Alright. You too.
It's a game plan. They know that one guy might be featured more than the other. But all in all, these guys are looking for 100 or more yards in receiving. But the biggest thing, getting into the end zone. And how about him? He's gotten there twice in this game.
He has indeed.
Oh, I was going to say bull fucking shit.
This time it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, but now it'll be
now him, oh dude, with him I should have live streamed him. I've had some fucking weird plays with him. Like it'd bounce off their helmet, and I catch it. I mean,
he'll drop to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
They caught it.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
I mean, I've had a lot of weird, different plays that never existed happen with him.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught right side by Anderson. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Steelers' best game in the world right here.
1st and 10. Now Connor.
I wish this really happened in real life. I bet they do.
Guy able to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
You know Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are best friends? Yeah, in real life.
That one good for 26
in real life.
And a
yeah,
first
they're good friends. Everybody thought they didn't like each other. No. But now Eli, he's weak. Like that fucker.
2 yards on the touchdown there. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
He hasn't got as many rings Tom got though, but
what makes it work?
the timing between the passer and the receiver.
I don't know what that was.
In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal.
And you're 100 points
ahead.
ahead.
And got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases.
What are you talking about?
We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Security eluded him.
What the fuck was that? He just fell. He just fell out of nowhere.
The intended target, and it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a
That's a $900 TV. Don't damage the TV. I show you the receipt. Don't break it.
And you need to put some heat on it. It helps have the big gun.
I had to do that.
Back to the air.
I would do that. I had to do that. I fucking fumbled the fucking ball.
And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9.
30 interceptions he's got on me. 40 fucking fumbles.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really
I really
well,
talked my ass off for this game. I know. I know.
You gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Yeah.
He will be very close.
I'm really in trouble. That's still gotta face you too.
And that means fourth down.
No, I ain't do that. That's your laugh at me. I never hear that.
Fourth down and a few inches. So on fourth down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. Downs is throwing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even using Tom Brady. That's how bad it is. I'm not even using Tom Brady no more. Actually, I gotta put him back in.
That's why you're second, because you don't have Tom Brady.
I'm about to put Mason.
I was sucking. That's why I took Tom Brady out.
I'm about to put Mason Rudolph back in.
60 fucking touchdown. I mean, 60 points when Tom came out.
There is his guys will get the football back.
Well, you've been snoozing for the past 2 hours. I've been getting my ass handed to me over here. He even used Josh Dobbs on my ass.
I'm about to use Mason Rudolph.
You made Josh Dobbs look like a superstar, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hold up, who hasn't started on my left? Oh yeah, Trey Edmonds.
And there's 3 minutes in the quarter. There's 100. I don't even want to say it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next
And I'm
drive.
live. And I'm live. That's what makes it worse.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And Edelman got a big
Look at that fucking shit. Look at that. Look at that.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never
I'm gonna need a nerd pill.
Coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think
I don't need to go to bed. I haven't eaten my dinner
There are
yet.
humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
I'm gonna eat dinner and go to bed. This is. He's hit stick me every play. Fumble.
As they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Not just that, Elderman has not been in this game the whole time.
Yeah,
he's been smacking him. I can't. All the stuff I do with
What
you.
you're saying is he shut down Edelman, so you're sucking ass.
He shut down my whole first string. Second string is sitting on the bench with a towel over their face. Third string left. They left. I don't even know where they're at. The old guy that owns the Patriots, he ordered 4 prostitutes and 3 minors. That's how bad it's got.
My team is just sitting on the sideline just eating popsicles.
The audience is gone. The whole Patriot Stadium that's watching left. They left.
Except for the Steelers fans.
They left when it was like 39 points. Once it hit 100, they're already at home. Fuck you.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
Yeah, look at that. All that right there. That ain't me Patriots. That looks like Patriots. It ain't Patriots.
But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions...
And they called plays that didn't even exist. That didn't even exist.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through.
I realize
right now.
I'm a pro.
Roughing call. They're down
I'm
here
pro.
In the fourth, and that personal foul penalty's not going to help.
You're pro. That's all Madden right there.
Will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration.
I don't even know.
Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator.
I can't even get X Factor. That's how bad it is.
The offense get back out on the field and pick things
and it goes away.
Out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the gun, it's Brady. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, in the tight end position.
That almost was a fumble.
A volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game.
Don't get sacked.
Such great mismatches that they often
it says unstoppable.
Now Brady to the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. Well, he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
No shit, there ain't no coming back. Image says I'm unstoppable.
As we get your reset, they've got it first and goal.
Image says I'm unstoppable. I'm not coming back.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now.
You know how normally I get like 500 to 700 yards with Elderman with you? He only got 100 yards.
They're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
What the fuck? A boozer? Are you serious? Oh. Well, no. I was gonna say I was gonna break this controller, but it's not mine.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Again, they'll throw with Brady.
Bam!
6.
So
they do get the 2.
At least I got that though. Yeah, you knocked the fuck out of time. All right, let's see if I do this again. I did get an onside kick a minute ago.
They pass it there and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80%
I know
of the time,
I already know what he's going to do. He's going to throw it over there, and that fucker's going to run with it. I already know. He's going to throw it over there. Watch. There he goes. Bam. Told you. Bam. Knew it. I knew it. Fumble!
And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Shut up. I know this. I fully know.
You look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Halftime Elderman just leaves. He goes down.
To kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm going to have nightmares.
Brady now on first down. And Watson has it right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, for having sex full fucking Niners.
That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Oh, fucking Herbert.
On first and 10, here's Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it'll bring up third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back.
I'll explain something to you with that bullshit right there. I'll explain something with that. That's the first time it ever worked. Playing with him, when it said throw it to him, fucker caught it. Fucker intercepted it. Every time. And I asked him...
That's capitalized on your weaknesses.
I asked him, I said, why does it say throw it to him if you don't fucking catch it? If you don't fucking catch it, why does it say throw it? Why? That is embarrassing.
Third down, and it usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end down on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Brady's throw there, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch. It was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to.
Oh yeah, it's not that bad. You're right.
On second and 10, Brady, that's caught. It's Thomas. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go.
I'm getting this touchdown.
Game.
You can't switch?
Brady to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal.
No touchdowns. What should I do here? What should I do here? What should I do?
Again, it's Brady. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, but now it's third and goal.
Yep. I guarantee you cannot get no touchdown in 5 seconds.
Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess
do a regular kick.
Closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17.
All right, it all comes down to this. It all comes down to this. Can he get this? Will he get it? Will he get it?
This is going to be a touchdown. In 1 second. This is a touchdown. Corey's going to be tired from
that. The Steeler offense here about ready for the next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Rudolph looking to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in.
Son of a bitch.
Past the 20. And at the end, Stratton comes loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And that will write a finish to this ball game. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't
I got my ass handed to me. That's what happened.
That lasts forever.
Bad.
So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing. The collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
Hey, can I get something to drink?